Hey cruisers, we were just thinking, most people look at a cruise as kind of like you leave, you go out, you come back, kind of a round trip type thing. And, we've been talking and we're thinking, what if instead of looking at a cruise as a vacation, you actually start looking at it as just a connector?
Yeah, in our previous video, we talked a little about expanding your cruise to some land travel at the beginning and end points. But we're going to take this a big step further. We're going to teach you how to stack cruises.
Oh
we're going to give
my.
you a couple examples from our own lives because this is when the mindset change really starts to be life-changing.
Absolutely. You won't even believe the freedom that starts to come when you start stacking cruises.
This opens up the world to you.
Traditionally, we look at a cruise, we fly to the cruise port, we cruise around, we fly home. But what if we took that and we cruise to a region, and then we explore the region, we cruise around the region, and then we go home?
Oh yeah. So we've got a couple examples for you. When we first started our full-time travel life, we started it with a repositioning cruise from Vancouver, Canada, over to Sydney, Australia. That's a great cruise, you guys. They tend to go every fall. And this cruise not only stops at a whole bunch of islands that would have cost a fortune to go see on your own, right? All these great South Pacific islands. But once you get to Sydney, you've got Australia open to you. So
Ooh,
for
that's
us,
a big country.
that was transportation to Australia. Now, not only that, but we got some amazing deals on some Australian cruises that went out of Brisbane.
Yep. So we just basically hopped a plane from Sydney to Brisbane, couple-hour flight, I believe. And from there, we now sailed another 14 days through the Great Barrier Reef, up to Papua New Guinea, Conflict Islands, places that we only dreamed of snorkeling and being a part of.
Oh, yeah. Conflict Islands, that's the only way to get there. And it's literally like heaven on earth. It's beautiful. Okay, so not only that, but we also cruised up the coast from Brisbane a little bit for another week or so, and we saw more of Australia.
Absolutely. Places that, we hadn't even really thought about going to. Places like Cairns or Cairns, depending on how you pronounce it. It's just a different feeling.
And it's very different from the Sydney area. So we stayed in Brisbane for about a week and enjoyed Brisbane. It's an amazing city. We loved it. And then we flew back over to Sydney. We rented a car.
We took up some wine country area there in Australia. Got to taste some great Shirazes, which is also Syrah, but that's okay.
Went into the Blue Mountains, which is kind of like the Australian version of Grand Canyon, but very green. And then we came back to Sydney. And we decided to hop on another repositioning cruise, which went from Sydney to New Zealand. Actually, I don't even know if that was a repositioning cruise. I think it just goes one way, back and forth.
Yep, it just goes back
Very
and forth.
Easy. We spent Christmas on the cruise, had a great time. And one, I think, benefit of that particular cruise was you see the New Zealand fjords.
Yeah, and that was just an incredible experience to go through those fjords and just see all of the waterfalls. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
And you have to see it from the water. So a cruise is a great way to see it. So then, because we've traveled full time and we have unlimited time, we then spent 3 months in New Zealand. That's how long they let you stay there.
Yep.
North Island, South Island, we had a fantastic time. Now, we went on to Southeast Asia, but I'll give you a tip if you decide to fly home from there. Or even if you fly home from Australia itself, Fiji Air has a program where you can take a stopover in Fiji. Check the plan, it changes slightly now and then, but I think up to like 4 days. Anyways, you land in Fiji halfway through your trip, spend a few days there, enjoy Fiji, and then head on back to the U.S.
Right.
That helps you not get the jet lag. It helps you not have to sit in a chair on a plane, a seat on a plane for this extremely long flight from either place. So, don't just think of cruises as connectors, but also flights as connectors.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
we don't do long haul.
No, and so the key here, though, is that we're stacking cruises up. So we're using them as transportation from point A to point B to point C to point D.
Right.
And in doing that, we're actually saving money.
It is cheaper usually to cruise than to be on land, depending where you are. But in Australia, it was a lot cheaper to see it from the water. And we also got to see it from land. We just took it in smaller bites that we could afford.
Yeah, the repositioning cruise, if you think about it, when you're going from Canada over to Australia and you are flying, it's a 20 plus hour miserable flight. And then as minute you get down, you're paying for room and board and all of that stuff. Whereas when you cruise over, all of those days, you're getting fed, you're getting entertained, all
your accommodations,
everything is a part of that cruise fare.
Think of what it would have cost you to be on land someplace, staying in a hotel or Airbnb for a whole month, in addition to the airfare.
Yeah.
So those two add up to more than it costs to cruise.
Yep.
Depending on how you cruise now. We cruise kind of cheapo. We weren't in a balcony.
No,
but,
we were not.
Still, that's the point. Now, we've got a new one coming up this fall. So we saw a repositioning cruise on sale from Seattle to Tokyo, Japan. Then we saw another one.
It goes from Tokyo to Singapore about 5 weeks later.
What to do with those 5 weeks?
Well, we could take cruises all around Japan and just see all that from sea.
We couldn't afford that.
No, we could not.
We looked. We couldn't do it. Japan cruises are expensive right now, but we get to see a lot of Japanese ports on the cruise to Singapore.
Right. So instead, we chose to fly over to...
Oh, you are skipping so much.
Wow.
Okay. Take him back. Okay. Once we get to Tokyo, we're staying in about 5 different areas of Japan.
Wow.
For some of those weeks. Now, we usually slow travel. If you know us, we like to stay a month in a place.
Yeah.
We just didn't have enough time to do that, and there's so much to see. And Japan's fairly small, so we're mostly taking trains around. It's pretty cheap to do. Even though Japan is expensive, we did find cheaper places in Japan and stayed longer in those and a tiny bit in the really expensive parts. So you can balance out that budget. Now, also, it turns out you can go and have an adventure in China without having to get the very difficult process of a Chinese visa. If you're from certain countries, we are from one of them.
Okay.
And you fly into China from one country and you fly out to a different country.
Right, and that's a 10-day visa, right?
Yes, maximum of, it's a certain number of hours, which is basically about 10 days. Be sure you read the exact rules.
Fine print. Read the fine print.
Yes. So we are going to actually fly from Tokyo to Shanghai, China, which is not really that far. And we're going to spend 8 days around Shanghai. There's a lot we could do. We're actually staying a little north of Shanghai so that we kind of are in the middle. Well, it's cheaper for one, and we're in the middle of a transportation hub from which we can take a whole bunch of day trips to other areas around there so we can see a lot more. And then we're flying to South Korea, and we're going to stay on the beach in Busan and relax for like another 8 or 9 days. That's our third country, you have to have. And then we're flying back to Tokyo to get on that repositioning cruise.
To head for Singapore.
Yeah,
So again,
this is exciting.
yeah, here we are. We're using the transportation of the cruise to get to the region of Japan and traveling all over Japan and the China area right there.
Yeah, and then we're stacking another cruise on, the one to Singapore, also a one-way cruise. So remember, we're thinking in one-way segments.
Yep.
Right.
We're thinking
We're
about
gonna loop it all.
right. Instead of that round trip, we're thinking about where is it going.
Right. We're looking at it as a connector, not a vacation. Okay. Now, once you're in Singapore, you're already there, right? If you watched our other video, you're already there. So you got to do something. Now, here's a way to stack on another cruise real easy.
Ooh.
You could fly to Vietnam, which is one of our favorite countries in the world, very easy to navigate. And you could go to Halong Bay and take a Halong Bay cruise. We actually went and we took 3 Halong Bay cruises because, we don't do it simple.
No, but you should. Keep it simple. Don't get too complicated out there. But if you do go to Halong, you can either take a 3-day or a 2-day or even just a 1-day. Recommend a 3-day always.
Yeah.
But it gives you an opportunity to get on a small ship. I mean, okay, we're talking 14
They call it a
cabins.
ship, but it's like a boat, really.
It's 14
It's like a
cabins.
junk boat, a lot of them. Not junky. Depends on the one you pick, of course. Now, just like with Fiji, let's talk breaking up that return flight. Once you're done in Southeast Asia, you need to get back to the U.S. again if you're not full-time like us. And so Philippines is like a pretty nice breaking point in the middle. Not quite the middle, but close enough.
Yeah.
Maybe go to the Philippines, go out to the island of Cebu, do some amazing snorkeling.
Nice.
Or, wherever you want to go in the Philippines, I would say watch YouTube. Just watch YouTube and find an island you like in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Okay? And then stay there for however long you want, a week, a month, whatever, and then fly on back home. Now you're helping yourself again with reducing your amount in the airplane.
Absolutely. And again, anytime you can reduce in an airplane, the better off you are.
Yeah. I mean, this time you're just taking 2 one-way flights. It's not some official airline stopover.
Right.
But it's fine. And if you have airline points, all the better.
Yep. So the 5 rules for stacking cruises is pretty simple. Number 1, think of them as a one-way, not a round trip.
Exactly. They're connectors. Also, watch for repositioning cruises because those are automatically one-way cruises. If you
Yep.
stay long enough, you could take another one back.
True.
So they usually go from the U.S. to Asia or to Australia in the fall and return to the U.S. in the spring. It's actually for Europe, it is the opposite. They go from the U.S. to Europe in the spring and they return in the fall.
Okay.
Generally speaking, a great place to find these is on Cruise Plum. Look for repositioning cruises.
All right. Number 3, pretty simple. Why are you taking a repositioning cruise? Because you're looking to replace that long haul flight of misery.
Yeah, they're transportation disguised as vacations.
Yeah.
A plane? No one says that's a vacation.
No one.
That's a long flight.
Number 4 is we're looking at using that cruise. It's kind of like ocean transportation to get to a region and then either cruising or flying around the region. Because why? We're already there.
Exactly. And then number 5 is taking that one step further, thinking in loops. So your entire travel is going to be one giant loop of one-way segments, okay? And even when you land in an area in between cruises, if you're stacking multiple cruises, you might want to make a little loop through that region, like we just illustrated as we're doing in Japan.
Yep. So the big question comes in the way of who is this really for? I mean,
Right.
This isn't for everybody. But if you're retired, if you're a long-term traveler, maybe you're one of these people that can go work from anywhere.
Yeah, if you can work from a ship, work from a foreign country, perfect for you.
Yeah.
If you're retired and you have unlimited time, isn't this the best way to spend it ever? But of course, if you are limited on your vacation time and you only get 2 weeks a year, stacking these probably isn't
gonna
really
work.
for you.
No. Remember, there's nothing wrong with round trip cruising. This is just a different way to look at it.
Yeah, this cruising is not for everybody. But once we started looking at cruises as connectors, it really just opened up so many regions of the world.
So much.
And really at a cheaper price with less hassle of travel. But if you are interested in this, we are going to have some more stacking scenarios coming up. Kind of exciting ones from Europe, and also how to not be intimidated in Asia. You don't have to travel this way, but once we started looking at cruises as connectors, it just really opened up so many regions for us. That one mindset really changed our travel. It really opened up the world.
And honestly, it might open it up for you too. Hey, we look forward to seeing you out on the seas.
And maybe on land while you're using cruises as a connector.
Hey guys, thanks for traveling with us. If you want to keep exploring with us, click one of the videos on your screen. And remember, don't wait for someday. Travel bigger now.